Left or right or wrong, South Park reminds us the mess of politics isn't just for adults. It starts early, and it's always absurd.
Let's get out and vote. Let's make our voices heard. We've been given the right to choose between a douche and a turd. It's democracy in action. Put your freedom to the test. A big fat turd or a stupid douche. Which do you like best?
In a world where choosing between two awful options is somehow democracy in action, South Park gives us one of the most savage takedowns of the voting process ever. From talking animals to Sean P-Diddy Combs threatening school kids, this episode is layered in ridiculousness and truth. Let's break down the top 6 takeaways from Douche and Turd, an episode that's just as relevant now as it was back in 2004. Takeaway number 1. Kyle versus Cartman, the politics of friendship. When the school holds a vote to pick a new mascot after PETA attacks a South Park cow, Kyle nominates a giant douche and Cartman throws in a turd sandwich. What starts out as a joke spirals into a bitter rivalry, with both boys pressuring Stan to vote their way. The absurdity of the choice becomes secondary to their ego battle, showing how politics can turn friends into enemies when pride is on the line more than policy.
There, you really want that asshole to win? I'm not voting. What? You gotta vote, dude. Haven't you seen the Rock the Vote stuff or Puff Daddy's Vote or Die? I just think this whole thing is stupid. Kenny, we have got to make Stan understand the importance of voting, because he'll definitely vote for our guy. Whoa.
Takeaway number 2, the false choice of democracy. Stan sums it up perfectly. Why do we have to choose between a douche and a turd? That's the heart of the episode. Whether it's school mascots or presidential candidates, South Park rips into the idea that we're given real choices when often it's just 2 bad options with better marketing. A sharp jab at the two-party system and a painfully accurate one.
You don't care! You really want a turd sandwich as your school mascot on your football helmets, a turd!
Well, hold on, Randy. I think a turd sandwich is a little better than them having a giant douche on their uniforms.
You're crazy! A douche is at least clean!
It's sexist is what it is.
You don't understand the issue, Sharon!
Are you calling me ignorant?
If you think the school mascot should be a turd sandwich, you're not exactly Einstein.
I am sick of you belittling my opinion, you son of a bitch! I hate this family, I hate it!
Takeaway number 3, P-Diddy's Vote or Die. Stan refuses to vote, and suddenly he's being hunted by P-Diddy and a hit squad for not fulfilling his civic duty. South Park goes all in, parodying the real-life Vote or Die campaign with brutal comedy, pointing out how celebrity-driven politics can be more about coercion than conviction.
I like it when you vote, bitch. Shake them titties when you vote, bitch. I slam my Jimmy through your mouth roof. Now get your big ass in the polling booth. I said vote, bitch, or I fucking kill you. Vote or die, motherfucker, vote or die. You can't run from a 38, go ahead and try. Let your opinion be heard, you gotta make a choice. Cause after I slit your throat, you won't have a fucking voice. Vote or die.
Takeaway number 4, exile for independent thinking. Stan doesn't want to vote because the choices are garbage, but instead of being heard, he's exiled from South Park. It's a powerful and ridiculous moment showing how society shames and punishes people for not conforming, even when their logic makes sense. You don't vote, you're the enemy.
Dad, isn't this a little extreme?
Jesus. I guess maybe you'll never understand how important voting is. Goodbye, son.
Yeah!
That's one of the hardest things a parent ever has to do.
Takeaway number 5, PETA's extreme agenda. Enter PETA, living with animals, kissing them, and even getting married to them. South Park doesn't hold back. It pushes their beliefs to the extreme to expose how some activist groups can alienate people with over-the-top behavior, even when they have valid points. Also, this is like one of the weirdest groups we've ever seen on this show, and that is saying something.
We don't normally allow outsiders. You see, here we live in harmony with the animals. They're not our pets, but our fellow living beings. We work with the animals and try to live as they do. Gary and Sally here have just managed to have a child together.
Help me.
Takeaway number 6. When the system doesn't change, you do. Stan finally caves and votes, only to have the douche win anyway, and even then, the PETA compound gets destroyed and thus renders the votes useless. That's the final punchline. South Park is saying that even if you participate, the system stays the same. So the only thing that really changes is you. It's a cynical, brutally honest ending, and it hits hard.
Dude, so my vote didn't even really matter.
Hey, that's not true, Stan.
You can't judge the merits of voting on whether or not your candidate won.
Your vote still mattered. Hey, everybody! They just found all the PETA members murdered at their compound! What? They're all dead? Well, that means...
That we could go back to being the South Park cows.
All right! Now your vote didn't matter.
Douche or turd, left or right or wrong, South Park reminds us the mess of politics isn't just for adults. It starts early, and it's always absurd. If you like the breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and notification bell, and drop your favorite quote from this episode below. Until next time, vote or just move to the PETA's Forest Commune.